Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Kentuckians have the chance to receive more funding to help keep their houses warm. And fire officials give some tips on how you can keep you and your loved ones safe while warming up your home during the winter months.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 5:33. Well, actually just turned to 5:34 here on Tuesday, January 11th. Let's go over and check in with Brandon. It's cold out there this morning.
Good morning, Chas. Exactly. It is a little chilly out there this morning, so we're going to keep an eye on that for you. And clear skies, though, so that's not too bad to start your day off. Let's take a look at Buffalo Mountain here this morning. You can see we're in the low 20s up there on the mountain. We're going to continue to see that trend as we head to the first part of your day, heading on over to the regular temperature map, and you'll see a lot of teens out there this morning from Ashland back to Monticello, all the way back around to Wise, Pikeville, and Logan, and the teens as well. So just be careful out there. Warm spot is 25. Get your bowls out. Time for your breakfast frosted weather wheats, and you'll see temperatures right there in the teens for most of us by about 7 o'clock, and then we'll be close to 20 there by 8. Lots of sunshine today. Enjoy that. Sunrise is at 7:48, sunset 5:35 to 9, and sunshine all day long. I think we get up to about 38 today if we are lucky. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. Well, the Hazard community is mourning the death of a former Hazard High School superintendent. Our media partner, WSGS, reported the death of Fred Stidham. The report said Stidham died on Monday. He coached football at Hazard High School for 15 years and coached as head coach for 2 years. Stidham was the principal at the high school for 7 years and was later named superintendent. Stidham leaves behind his wife, Renee. They were married for 29 years. A Kentucky Sheriff's Office is mourning the loss of one of its own. Morgan County Deputy Alex Spencer died during the weekend. Deputies are calling his death a tragic accident. Spencer's death is hitting the close-knit community hard. Morgan County Coroner Raymond Van Cleve also got to know Spencer through work, and he says this will hurt him for quite a while.
I worked cases with Alex, and he was a fine deputy, and he'll be missed in his community. Everybody knows Alex.
Friends say Spencer always wanted to be a part of the law enforcement and was set to graduate from training on February 3rd. Spencer leaves behind a wife and 2 young boys. A person was killed Monday morning in Lawrence County along US 23 involving a tractor trailer. Troopers say the driver of a car was hit by the semi when they turned onto State Route 3398. The driver of the semi-truck was then taken to the hospital. Officials say that semi-truck driver did not show any serious injuries. Attorney General Daniel Cameron is urging FCC officials to adopt measures to reduce illegal international robocalls. 51 other attorneys general are joining in on the measure. Attorney General Cameron claims that the foreign calls scam Kentuckians in losing thousands of dollars. He is suggesting FCC workers to implement stir or shaken anti-robocall protocols to allow callers to know when the spoof call is coming in. Prices are climbing, and it might be time for your paycheck to match. The Federal Reserve says we saw more than 6.8% inflation in November of 2021, the highest since June of 1982. Investigate TV's Rachel DePompa explains why asking for a raise now could make sense in the watching your wallet.
Workers have a little more power this year. You are valuable, and employers know it. Companies across the country are pulling out all the stops to hire, offering signing bonuses and increased pay. Michael Joyce with the financial firm Agili says now is actually a good time to ask for a raise that keeps up with inflation.
It's certainly reasonable to ask for a raise that will compensate you for the amount that inflation has gone up. And you might have a lot of leverage because there are a lot of other employers that are looking to hire.
He encourages you to also look at your total compensation with an employer. Look at the 401k match. What are the benefits? Is the employer paying any of your health insurance premiums? While he doesn't encourage folks to make threats of leaving without a job lined up, he does say if you don't ask the question about a raise, the answer is always no. With this Investigate TV Watch in Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
U.S. Representative John Yarmouth says Kentucky will receive more than double its annual investment to help families afford energy costs. He said it's a result of a federal pandemic assistance package. Yarmouth said more than $113 million in funding was secured for Kentucky through the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program. That program was made through the American Rescue Plan and annual appropriations process. The investment will help families struggling with home heating costs. Fire officials are giving some tips on how to keep you and your family safe while you keep your house warm this winter. But home fires are preventable. Officials recommend space heaters to be 3 feet away from anything that can burn. Choose one that has a thermostat and overheat protection with a seal from a qualified testing lab and automatically shuts off and turn them off and unplug when you leave the room or go to bed. There are other home fire dangers as well.
Making sure you've got 2 ways to exit every room in your home. You want to select a meeting spot for everybody to gather that is a safe distance away from your home.
The American Red Cross says to also make sure your children know what a smoke alarm sounds like so they know what to do if they ever hear it. Hosted virtually yet again, the Perry County Extension Office is prepping for its 12th annual beekeeping school. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins tells us what all the buzz is about.
A chance to level up your beekeeping craft. Recommended for beginners.
Have trouble, get flustered, and just quit. You invest a lot of money into it, they lose their hives, and then just stop. This right here, you can get talk to some experts and maybe get you off on the right track and have a lot more success with it.
And while in person is irreplaceable,
we wanted to keep this going so people are still interested in beekeeping and let them know we're still out there trying to, provide educational opportunities for them. So virtual became, the only option really we had.
Virtual is helping with certain merits as the Omicron variant continues to surge.
They can watch this at the comfort of their home and not have to get out and travel. And one plus to it, it's free. We always charge a registration fee because we always did lunch and things with when we had the in-person one, so this one's totally free.
Expecting a great attendance, with last year's class being a success.
Numbers actually was probably as good almost as an in-person one. We usually average around 150 people when we do an in-person one, and I'd say we was close to that last year.
Just a simple phone call away for those interested in registering for the class.
I keep thinking every year that we, outran our usefulness with this, but so many people are interested in beekeeping and wanting to get started in it that I don't see it ever ending.
Learn about an exciting hobby that is unbelievable. Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
May says there were more than 100 people attend last year. Classes take place this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. That number to call is on our website. And just ahead this morning, the first ceremony to kick off award season takes place, but without the stars in the audience or on the stage.
And the forecast this morning starting off cold, but some twists and turns over the next few days. We'll break them down for you in about 3 minutes.